Commander Cullen, am I to understand that you are in charge of the soldiers trampling on my lawns, providing food and refuge for the scrabbling filth burrowing into my land? A plague on you, sir, for spitting in the face of an honest petitioner, for taking advantage of my distress. Did my wretched neighbor, Ban Traft, whisper in your ear? Tell me what he paid you, so that I may at least know the price of treachery, sir. My only consolation is that a few of the rank and file have gone to join your force in a Inquisition. In bitterest disgust, Lord Kildarn. Sister Liliana, thank you for your kind words. I understand the Inquisition cannot be delayed from the grave task ahead, but it was good to know that you were with us in spirit, honoring our beloved divine. Sincerely, Terran Fergus Counsel. Hey, Fergus. Scout the Stormlands. I don't have. So I need a favor, actually. Let's call it a loan. I'll pay it back. I got a letter from my editor in Kirkwall today. She tells me that the Hard Hightown 3 repensioning appeared in a print from an Antivan printer a couple weeks ago. I'll give you a moment to contemplate the horror that is in the title. I had my contacts in the Merchants Guild look for an author a couple years back. The best they could find out after spending a couple hundred gold was that Pyro Balinforth is a pen name. I could have told them that for free. You've got contacts with the Antivan printing houses. Maybe we could find out more than this game.
Let's see what we have.
Letter from an Inquisition diplomat to the Ambassador Montiel. Dear Lady Montiel, it is true, distant relations of the House Trevelyan, claiming the close friendship with the Herald of Andraste. A boast is one matter, but the boundaries of tact and decency appear to be invisible to these Mountebanks. During a ball in the South Quarter, witnessed a cousin 5 times removed from Lord Trevelyan threaten to have the Inquisition fight his rival. He quickly left the party after I made my connection with the Inquisition clear. The problem stands. Must deal with the Herald's relatives taking his name in vain.
All right.
Received an offer of assistance. I am unnerved, but not opposed. It is not the first strange promise we have received, and likely will not be the last. Not only written note follows. The Inquisition has need, and we would provide. We have in our possession a mount of noble spirit. Follow in battle against rage. Return to life by the boundless urge to run and serve a worthy cause. Our noble master proved that the followers already believe that the reach is beyond this realm, and that even the force of the fate of your ally, that death is no barrier to victory. The collective.
Let us begin.
Nice. Bog unicorn. Sweet. Red Heart. Barter Charger. A few well-placed rumors should incite bidding wars on other items, leaving the scrolls for us. Sister Liliana, with thanks to Our Lady Ambassador, I was able to study the scroll. The reference is vague, but it implies a connection to the temple, possibly elven. Follow the lead and believe one such temple stands in an oasis in the western approach. As to what may lie within, I cannot say. Reports of the place are cut off or have pages missing. I have yet to find a reliable first-hand account. Perhaps our soldiers can provide a better one. Chantry Renaud.
Let us begin.
Go to the war room, travel to Val Royeaux, power required for... Alright. Didn't know what it was, if there's other stuff I had to do. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the
I am
breach have
not
been...
convinced we are prepared for the full scrutiny of Val Royeaux.
And at this moment we could not step foot into the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. We must convince the Chantry to permit us entry into the city, so we can show them the Herald of Injustice is not the monster they believe. Alright, let's do it.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask him.
What can they do? It's just talk.
Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
I will go with him. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Address the Chantry in Val Royeaux. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. I already read this. Power cost confirmed. Speak only the word. If you find equipment you can wear, one of your party members might be able to use it. This place is pretty.
The city still mourns.
Just a guest seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lord Herald.
You're one of Leliane's people. What have you found?
The Chantry mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then. They wish to protect the people? From us?
We knew there would be some kind of reaction.
But I didn't expect the Templars to make an appearance.
The people may just be assuming what the Templars will do. I've heard of no concrete plans.
You think the Order's returned to the fold, maybe? To deal with us upstarts?
I know Lord Seeker Lucius. I can't imagine him coming to the Chantry's defense. Not after all that's occurred.
It just means I have a larger audience to convince.
Perhaps. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
The avenue of her reflected thought. Inscribed upon a plaque, Our Lady and the actors of her rise and fall, her message and visage are worth repeating. Maferath's remorse, beneath, scratched by a vandal, at meeting a low door frame. Matherath's blood guilt, beneath, scratched by a vandal, and his head suddenly weighs too much. Ooh, level 6. Sweet. Matherath's regret, beneath scratched by a vandal, about his unfortunate hair. Matherath's penitence, beneath scratched by a vandal, an unrelated headache. The avenue of her reflective thought. The avenue is inspirational, but wise. Travelers do not linger in their respects, not just because the Bazars awaits, but because the area before the back-turned statue is treacherous. Local legend has it that the child empress, Amy, abused the opportunity of religious repose to leave herself beneath the gaze of Our Lady, unable to discipline the toddling leader. Her attendants instead chastised the statues and had them turned in supposed embarrassment. True or not, foolish youths stare at each other to soil the spot in similar fashion, and a place of otherwise irreverent thought always carries a faint odor about it, excerpted and torn from the disposable walking tour of the capital by Philium, a bard.
Not open today. Not until this fast is over, at least. Too many swords out.
The Emporium of Mortal Means. A plaque reads, "For all the matters defensive concern, offensive intent, and the study of art martial, with sanctual magical." Not of heroes united in hatred. If we are re-examining motive, let us not stop at the sons of the betrayer. For the first leader of young or lay to the sons was Jeshaves, Jetal, wife of 2 of them, but examine the facts. A proud daughter of the Syrian, chosen not unkindly by Iserath to be his bride. It was her reach that granted him power to unify. Consider what she witnessed in the consolidation of her people. She also always been portrayed with sadness. But what if, when our nation was born, the game was born with it? Judge her actions not as a property, but as a master, and what changes? As victim, Iserath, rumored cruel, breaks the clans in a lust for power. His brother Varald, exiled from his own machinations, and young Navarra appears to the saddened wife and promises a new path. The brothers vie, and Varald wins and then demands the hand of Jeshavis, another Ferelden greedy for power. In a decade, the shy victim Jeshavis is figurehead of the people's rebellion against the last son of the betrayer. As master and bound to the rivalries far older, she harbors a hatred beyond Devinter, and while Iserath is distracted with personal concern or with building a nation withstand his own people's enemy, she invites the broken brother and sets him against the driven. While accepting the marriage to the victor, Jeshavis sees rebellion among those who remember how their lands were taken not a generation before. I think I skipped some of that, but that's okay.
Stand wary, guardsman. The Inquisition is here, along with the Herald of Andraste.
She of the Highwindman repents. Gallows master, hold thy hand, hold it back a while. Calisture, let me stand, let me bear a smile. For comes my brother distant, or comes my savior soon, and I stand here, more insistent, I will receive my boon. Fellow soldier, hold thy voice, hold it if you may. Follow, shoulders, show my choice, I am in your sway. For know my crime is cruel, and all my pain deserved. I stand here as a fool, despite my brother served. Mother dearest, look away, look into the sun. Others nearest, gone astray, and will be undone. For no more will I prattle, and no more will I pray. Hear you must the rattle, as life will fly, from the songs of old away.
Stand wary, guardsman. The Inquisition is here, along with the Herald.
You'll forgive if events are a little too flustered for commerce. Nothing personal, Inquisition.
cannot possibly sell anything right now, not with so much uncertainty. No. No, no.
Templars will help us, as they always have.
The
No need for
Inquisition. We don't require...
Good people of Val Royeaux, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet, no servant of anything beyond his selfish greed.
You say I am the enemy. The breach in the sky is our true enemy. We must unite to stop it.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Templars! One of your own commands the Inquisition's forces. He did.
A staunch and loyal member of the Order. So loyal, he abandoned them for a false herald.
But Lord Seeker, what if he really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royeaux is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Fortunately, the Templars aren't our only hope.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
The Chantry has just...
What's that? An arrow with a message?
Who will fetch their Templars back, I wonder?
Our Templars left.
The Chantry has just shown themselves hopeless. Who will fetch their Templars back, I wonder?
Favors for friends. A message is attached, written in a large, flowing hand and bordered with doodles. People say you're special. I want to help, and I can bring everyone. There's a baddie in Val Royeaux. I hear he wants to hurt you. Have a search for the red things in the market, the docks, and around the cafe, and maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords. Friend of Red Jenny. Friends of Red Jenny. Hold on a second. I just gotta text somebody.
The Chantry has just shown themselves hopeless. Who will fetch their Templars back, I wonder?
My maker, know my heart. Take from me a life of sorrow. Comfort is only yours to give. Oh, maker, where is the comfort? Look away. I have broken the chant because it comes from my heart. What have we when our divine is dead and the sky burns?
The Inquisition can give you the answers you need.
So I have a faith I've lost, or one that seeks to drive it from me. I can't even look to our Templars. How is this not darkness? The one who repents, who has faith unshaken by the darkness of the world, she shall know true peace.
I believe that
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
Invitation, First Enchanter Vivienne. Your cordially invited you to attend my salon held at the Chateau of Duke Bestia de Chesselaine. Yours, Vivienne de Fer, First Enchanter of Montsemard, Chanter of the Imperial Court.
Well, this has all been a frustrating mess. Templars and Chantry and especially the mages. Just everything. I apologize if you were refused service, but we are now open for business. Especially if you put my wares to use.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps my people are the wiser option.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
Does that mean the mages will help us?
We are willing to discuss it with the Inquisition at least. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lord Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven.
Open? Yes, as open as I can be. If you've a need for the well-cut or the sparkling, perhaps I can help. At the very least, we can appear like everything is normal. Yes.
There must be something here.
God of heroes, Matherath sacrificed Andraste Our Lady, the sword and fire, against Tevinter, betrayed to the Empire, in exchange for a kingdom. Matherath, now synonymous with treachery. But would Andraste have won? And if not, what would we have lost? Let us look not just at the act, but at the why of it. As the armies of faith pierced the Imperial homeland, it was revealed that not as a wave, but as an arrow, and as any hunter will attest, if you aim it is not true, there is no returning to the bow. We must consider how much of Our Lady's victory to this point was against true Imperium, and how much was against the echoes of Empire. Andraste, the inspiration, may not have considered such, but Matherath, the general, fought for the homeland, not visions. Was it victory or defeat that was betrayal held at bay? Matherath made the deal that killed Our Lady. That is fact. When Andraste died, Matherath was gifted everything from the southern plains south. How generous and impossible to hold this must have seemed. Let us look on Matherath and the legacy divided among his sons, not with an eye for accusation, but from a tactical consideration, for he must have known that mere rivals had never stopped Tevinter. What if he said about creating peers and none of this was accident? How then fared Asarath, Evrion, and Ferald?
Thank you.
We maintain an Inquisition presence in Commander Counsel. This has been received as a
Head of Madame Snappy Snips, mascot of Les Masques de Léon, named in jest but generally respected, the Grand Mame, as she is also called, was the last dragon brought down by Sir Koenig, the previous owner of the cafe, a spirited hunter. Koenig came of age in the years following the setting of that named era, while others were quick to assume the tales of the ancient, never-erring dragon hunters must have been exaggerated. He tracked the gradual increase in dragon numbers and size. Koenig believed he had yet to see a true return of the beasts of legend, and that the specimens of his day were young, despite their ferocity. It is a cruel victory, but today we know Sir Koenig to have been correct, even as he may have fallen to his own expertise. He was years overdue from his last hunt, and for the rest of us, travel-weary. What we thought to be the pinnacle of dragon strength may have been closer to adolescence. The sisters of Madame Snappy Snips may have left their sibling far behind.
I can't believe it.
What is this now? And what did they need?
All's well, it seems.
What is this now?
A different simple script on the back of the staple report marked with red paint. Thank you, friends, for helping good Lady Karis. Saw those who asked about Harold enter a third passage. Could not stay to see them exit. Monkey, 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 monkey. Reservoir stocking evaluation. Tremors. Floating. Taste is off. Water birds die off. Restocking failed. Fish not fit. Do not consume. Favors for friends. A red handkerchief folded around a key with a small hasty scrawl. Key lifted from drunks swearing about Harold. Don't know what door. I'm out. My debt is paid. Randy Dowager Quarterly. A waterlogged quarterly missive of the suspect virtue. The Randy Dowager welcomes the blooms of spring, the collected Galipgian Craziers, being a scandalous representation of Her Majesty's favored cotton, the flagrante delectable. Can their uniforms and modesty withstand the assault? The Randy Dowager exhibits for the noble, but spry of step. The lady herself says hardly a Tethras, but generously arousing. His polished Karis does it for you, and it should. 3 scarves fluttering in shock out of 5. drowning. I'm joking. Roi de la Mer reveals folly. Roi de la Mer was cut for Val Royeaux in 849 Blessed. It was the will of the Mad Emperor Reveal, who demanded a reflecting pool large enough to draw his vain, deceased mother back across the Vale. Many shops and vendors were evicted to make room for his folly, and several memorials to the heroes of the first 4 blights were simply toppled. The reservoir supports little in the way of life, as the bottom was lined with lead to increase its reflective properties. Reveal intended for divination, using boats as massive planchettes, but work was not finished until the week of his own death. The waters see little use today, save for lazy or fornication sojourns, but by the nobility aboard decorative gondolas. Let's go up there. That's what I'm thinking. It's up here.
This victory must please you greatly, Sika Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mother. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. Do you truly believe you are the Maker's chosen?
I do believe. Do you have a better explanation?
Several, but are they the truth? I am left to question all I have been taught. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
You're obviously skeptical. What do you believe I am?
Our divine, Her Holiness is dead. I have seen evidence for everything, except what would comfort me.
That doesn't answer my question.
For you to be true, a great many things must be false. And if you are false, a great many things must have failed. There is chaos ahead, whatever your intentions.
So what happens now? Will the Chantry continue to denounce me?
We have already done so. And what good has it done us? Now it falls on us to select a new divine, if we can. And leave the next step to her.
Provided such a selection is even possible.
I truly don't know. Any revered mother who could have followed Justinia died at the conclave. What becomes of us, and your Inquisition, is in the Maker's hands now.
How many Templars turned on the Chantry exactly?
They rebelled across Thedas. Some remain loyal, but not enough to call them the Order. The White Spire here in the capital was the largest garrison, but now it stands empty. Perhaps more shall flock to the Lord Seeker's banner. How far has faith waned, I wonder?
Where is the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind. He could not have abandoned his intended will more completely.
There must be sense to what we can't see.
Must there? Rebellion seems popular in certain quarters, doesn't it, Seeker? Is crafting the Templars into a new power really any worse than declaring a rival to the Chantry itself?
What were you hoping the Lord Seeker would do exactly?
put aside his war against the mages and find common purpose against something much more dire. Obviously, he has other plans. With the knights, vigilant slain at the Conclave, there is nothing more we can do.
Perhaps there is something we can do.
I'd like to believe that, Seeker. I truly would. I suppose we can expect renewed effort against the mages from him, and yet more chaos.
How are people responding to all of this?
Despair. Fear. We mourn her holiness. The people look to the sky and wonder how long before terror comes for us all. There must be a way through this. Is it you? The Templars? The Maker's Will? We abandoned our duties. We servants of the faith. Now we can only pray.
There's got to be a way to calm everything down and clean up this mess.
I hope against hope that may be the case.
Inquisition, eh? I'll sell. But if the Chantry censors you, I'm not liable. No offense, but I have to live here and...
Victory in Shade. Here grows one of the many strange trophies returned from the liberation of Kirkwall in 760 Storm, where brave Orlesian forces turned back the unstoppable Kunari. A cutting salvage from a burning dreadnought was presented to Emperor Cyril, and it was intended to full growth by the careful hands of Val Royeaux' master landscapers. Cool. Not of heroes, death of diversity.
Just what we needed.
Every district has one, at least one, and the question must be, why is the place meant for a dalliance declared in such an obvious way? And the answer, of course, is that obviousness is the entirety of the point. When manners and station will not allow impassioned words, such corners or places to be seen, not being seen, during with it paramours, much a declaration is singing out in joy, which one of good standing must never do. The alcove is thus a dignified means of announcing romantic, or to appeal as such in order to spare a suitor a refusal. Dignity, of course, requiring that one does not also make use of the darkness for actual physical gratification. This has, of course, never occurred. From Arlesian of Heart, by Sister Leda.
I can't believe it.
Welcome.
Alright, let's head out. I don't see any place I can go that can satisfy this key. There is a entryway over here. I don't know. Not too concerned.
They wish to protect the people from us?
We knew there would be some kind of reaction.
But I didn't expect it. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are here. Turn to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are here. Delay.
As you say, my lady.
So these lead to the upper stories. Scribe of parchments, hastily ornate documents stuffed into this hiding space with a large red sock. And we are to obey well. We meet at 3 bells to discuss how best to serve the new way. Scrawled below is a misspelled script. Herald go at time, praise addressed. Taken together, the messages reveal a time, path, and key location on the world map. Season of Far Foul. At this window, the thief Treadwell did witness the attempted assault of Lady Castine. Surrendered his chance for escape to cash and hold her assailant. A bard of Lord Hailvine, hero thief, foiled bard, and conspiring noble were all censored as per their station. Relevant action, lashings, and labor disappeared and ostracized for social seasoning, respectively. The scandal played out for a longer, theatrically serialized adaptation, which reimagined the 3 as siblings separated at birth, competing for Lady Castine's hand. At her orchestration, the conclusion was relatively accurate to the original event, save the punishment of the thief and the noble being swapped. To comic effect, generally good reviews received, though some thought the height of the lady's hair to be unrealistic. Funny. Alright, let's go down.
Very fade itself. Though they sang hymns of praise up. Ending, though they could do anything.
Is this a shop? I maintain a premises wherein customers of a certain affluence entertain the purchase of my ware.
Mystery box. So mysterious.
So yes, shop. Mine's the floor. It is not used to feet that have been subjected.
Sorry about that. I just had a quick little phone call. Secluded courtyard. A friend of Jenny's location near Val Royeaux is revealed by the clues left by these friends of Red Jenny to use the world map to travel to the meeting point. Let's go to the meeting point. Why not? So far, this game is pretty awesome. I'm having a blast playing this. And they've fixed a lot of issues that I had with Dragon Age 2, and it's a lot more closer to Dragon Age Origins, which I'm happy about. Good job, Bioware.
Did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is that?
Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve.
Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're kind of plain, really. All that talk, and then you're just a person. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
Sure, why not? I glow. What's going on?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
Get the fuck down, bitch. Shattered. Aha.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, two. It's like this. I sent her a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. Sir was a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you. I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. But if you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
So who are your friends of Red Jenny? You must know them.
Oh, it's not hard to understand if you're not trying to waste your day on it. Someone little always hates someone big. And unless you don't eat, sleep or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hated this guy. Someone got a laugh, someone got even, someone got paid. And someone has to have it explained to them that free help is good.
Back there you wanted to know if I glowed. Why?
That's what you do, isn't it? You walked out of somewhere and now you glow. Andraste's herald. True or not, it seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead yet. I want to help this... whatever it is. Inquisition.
All right, sir. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to lie. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that fish, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
Sarah's actually pretty cool. Well, I need Cassandra, for sure. I need another fighter. Solas. I think I'm gonna get rid of Varric for now. Sarah. I love her little image. She seems like a spaz. I want my warden to come back. Oh, we got two people out here now. What do we got? I feel like there should be somebody right below his foot. If I'm the leader of this thing and I'm going around looting everybody's crap.
Val Royeaux.
cannot stay here.
This is not right. I will not be joining them. At least the Inquisition does not stand directly opposed to the Chantry.
Alright, Chantry.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
Where the bloody hell is the two people? Oh, there she is.
Do you need something?
Can you tell me more about the Seekers?
The Seekers of Truth were born from the original Inquisition long ago, when it united with the Chantry. Seekers stood above the Templars, watching over them but also investigating magical events they couldn't handle. We were meant to be incorruptible, above reproach. How seldom does reality match the ideal?
But what are Seekers exactly?
Those who know anything of us think we are Templars. We do not use lyrium, however. Our abilities are different, as was our original purpose. We disciplined the Templars and were accountable only to the Divine. And not even her, truthfully.
So the Seekers commanded the Templars?
No. The Order didn't assume command until after the rebellion. The Templars have always feared us. When a Seeker arrived at a circle, they knew trouble was afoot. That kind of power is troubling. You begin to think you are the only one who can solve the world's problems. If you don't see a problem, it doesn't exist. If someone insists it does, they are the blind ones.
You think that kind of problem could ever be fixed?
Possibly. Though the Seekers themselves would need to change. They were clearly not willing to, even though they abandoned everything they stood for to avoid it. In my heart, I believe they can still be salvaged, but not by their own hands.
You mentioned that Seekers have different abilities than Templars.
Entirely. A Templar's abilities come from lyrium and are designed to hunt mages. Ours come from ritual and many years of dedicated training. We cannot be possessed by demons and are immune to mind control. Useful considering our role. Seekers can gain other gifts, though that depends on the individual.
What kind of gifts do you have?
I can set the lyrium within a person's blood aflame. Both mages and Templars bend before my will. Some
That's useful.
to interrogate, others simply to paralyze. Once there was a Seeker who could use it to kill. That particular gift is considered rare.
Why did your order turn against the Chantry?
We originally united with the Chantry through a treaty that stated they would keep mages under control. It was felt Most Holy had tacitly allowed the Circle of Magi to vote on its independence, thus breaking the treaty. The Seekers saw themselves as justified, and they led the Templars into a war of righteousness.
You sound like you disagree.
We knew what was happening at Kirkwall, where the Mage Rebellion began. We looked into reports of Knight Commander Meredith's harsh treatment of her charges years earlier. But we found so many shocking cases of magical corruption, it was decided her actions were justified. If we'd been there when it happened, if we'd looked harder at the root causes,
You're right. Something should have been done.
when faced with a problem, the Seekers would close ranks and crush it. We would find an answer, but only once we felt we weren't being coerced. The moment the mages voted for independence, our response was predictable. It was difficult to watch.
How does someone become a Seeker?
Most Seekers begin training in their youth. I was much older. an exception due to my noble birth. We train rigorously for years. Our bodies and minds must be elastic to undergo the vigil, and most fail even then.
Is the vigil some kind of initiation?
It is the rite every Seeker must go through in order to summon their gifts. A full year of fasting, prayer, and separation from all distractions, including other people. We empty ourselves of all emotion, focusing only on the purity of our devotion. And the moment it finally ends, it's wonderful. Faith realized. I cannot put it into words.
Your mind was probably playing tricks on you by then.
Yet the gifts are real. I know no more than that. If the vigil was not so arduous, I'd say more should attempt it. What if mages never needed to fear possession by demons? I'm told it is impossible, however. I suppose I'll never know the truth of it now.
I've no more questions.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
I must have this mark for a reason. It will work, I'm sure of it.
Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
You understand our situation. I appreciate your opinion.
Look around. Our people are well organized and committed. Despite what the clerics think, we are in the best position to help. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Raiden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.